Hello friends and welcome. Okay, so the last time I showed you how I repaired the cast iron carburetor that we're using on this 65 Gravely here, and I showed you how I repaired it with JB weld. It was leaking on the bottom. Somebody put a hole in the plug under there. I guess they were trying to get the plug out, and then I showed you how to hook up the linkage. But one thing I forgot to show you is that when you make your final tension adjustment on the governor, you want to have the throttle set at full throttle here. And then you want this to be at full throttle with some tension on it. I forgot to show you that. Okay, so today we are going to take the carburetor back off and adjust the float level on it. So I noticed after we got the tractor back together, I got it to run good. It was running good, but when I was overriding the governor, throttling it up, it just started sputtering. Like the bowl here didn't have enough fuel in it. And then I noticed another thing too. When I shut the gas off before I put it away, it'll usually run for a little while and then it'll start sputtering and stall. But as soon as I shut the gas off, it immediately started sputtering and starts for gas. So we know the float level's not right. We have to make the float level higher so the bowl gets filled more. I did watch a couple of videos. I finally found a good video. I think it was Mike's Carburetors on the Zenith carburetors. Yeah, he's working on a Zenith carburetor, doing the float adjustment on it. And I was able to get some specs. We'll go over all that as soon as I get the carburetor off, and then we'll take it apart. I'll leave a link to the last video we did on this. I'll leave it in the description below in case anybody wants to see it. Alright, so you have two screws that hold the two halves together of the carburetor, so we'll remove those. My hands and everything are probably in your way, but can't help it. I kind of thought the float level wasn't right in the last video when we had the two halves apart here. And then just separate it. Yeah, you can see. I mean, to me, the float should be level here. And it's not. Next thing we're going to do is pull the pin out that holds the float assembly on. Pull the pin out here, pop the float out here. I'll take the needle out just to keep it safe. You want to check the condition of the needle to make sure the little rubber's on there good. If it has that type. I'll take a better look at it in a few minutes. Alright, so some floats have a tab here that you can pry out or down here. This seems to just be smooth, so I guess you would adjust the float by moving the floats on either side here. So let me check it out a little better here and see what I come up with. Okay, so the guy I watched, he said to take the float assembly out, and what you want to do is you want to bend this. Just grab this with your fingers here. You don't want to bend it by the bowl, because then you could break the brazing off the anchor here. And then just take and bend it. I'm using needle nose pliers here and just bend it. This is an extra float I had, but I want to use the newer float. So let me show you. Alright, so I just bent the floats so they're pretty much even here. I think the other side came out better. So it's just pretty much even all across here. Alright, so I'll throw it back together and we'll see what happens. It is much better than it was. Couldn't do that before, it would start popping. So, I guess it'll be alright. We take it for a quick ride. I still gotta hook up the choke. I just want to make sure it ran, and I made one carburetor adjustment on the high side next choke. The gauge, the oil pressure gauge that we put on there in the last video works good. I'll hook up the choke and we'll take it for a ride. You can make your governor adjustment, like I said before, in full throttle. On this one, it has a 5/16 socket you would use, or a wrench, to loosen this and adjust this rod in and out whichever way you have to go to make the tension on the governor arm. seems to be a lot better now. So just be careful how you bend those floats like I showed you. Don't grab it by the float, because like the guy said, you could break the solder. However, they have the float held onto the anchor, you could break them off. But it's the best I could get it to run, and it ran pretty good. It's pretty decent compared to what it was before. So like I said, I'll leave a link to the last video on this, on how to hook up the linkage and everything. And I don't know what we have coming up next yet. We might be doing leaves soon. The leaves are starting to come down. But thanks for watching. I hope somebody got something out of this. And I'll see you all on the next one. And take care.